watch your motherfucking tone, boy. Yeah, it hurt, boy. Here going on, motherfucker that don't understand the concept of putting money first.
What's up and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video we're gonna be doing a couple of random things. We're starting off with this morning. It's 8 o'clock here now in the morning in Arbetsbutiken. It's an e-commerce with stuff for people who climb trees. And actually my friend literally just now launched a new type of product. It's an incense holder. I've talked about these products before in the vlog a long time ago, but he's got this brand, it's called Harriet Allure, and they make some really nice scented candles. So they have scented candles and they just launched this, which is the incense holder thing. And I've actually been helping him with some of the product development for this because I 3D printed the initial molds. First of all, you need friends around you who do cool things. You need friends around you who are ambitious to some degree, friends around you who inspire you, friends around you who give you feedback, and friends around you which you can give them feedback and kind of, you know, foster that thinking, that business thinking, that creative thinking in order to help them build their stuff. And they can do the same for you. Well, number one, that is one essential piece. Number two is that once friends launch stuff, most of the time they'll be like, oh, I'll give you one for free. I'll always make a point to buy it. People invest their time, they invest their money, they take risks, both in terms of being judged and doing something different that's different than what most people do, but also in the regards that they actually invest money and time and effort into actually building something. So once they get that release, you might as well help them by being one of their first customers. And now in this case, I know I'm not his first customer, obviously, but nevertheless, it's a good piece of support to actually help someone buy it. So we're gonna hit checkout here now, and he's actually gonna be featured in the vlog later today because I'm going to this to pick this up from him later. I have actually hired a new person here in the Arbetsbutiken. He sits there. With that said, we have quite a lot of stuff to do. We're in the whole Shopify migration. We're planning for 2026. We're 3D printing in there, which I'll show you later as well. And as you can see, the shop is in a busy mode. We're full of gear everywhere. We're gonna be doing some remodeling over the Christmas days where we do the inventory check, as well as a little bit of a remodel with the new store manager, who I'm also gonna talk about later in this video. So we have an exciting one coming up. Stay tuned.
Jumpin', them boys up to something. They just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country. Them boys up to something, they just not just bluffing. You don't have to call, I hear my dance like Usher, ooh. I just found my tempo like on DJ Mustard, ooh. I hit that Ginobili with my left.
Alright, so we just walked into Harriet Allure. The one that you saw earlier in this vlog, this morning, where we talked a little about ordering this bad boy, for example. You saw that, so we're here to pick it up. And we also talked a little bit about the candles, you know, his story to some degree. And I'm actually not here to command the myth legend himself. He's going to show us a little bit about what he's doing, what he's ordered, etc. Or what I've ordered. So, hands on, or camera on, Alex.
Oof, what's up? I went to bed super late yesterday. It was like 3 o'clock, so it's like an 18-hour day or something like that. It's not even more. I've spent a lot of time working on 2 new projects that's coming up for the next year. One's called Tree Nerd Academy, which is going to be a whole study course resource for one of these arborist or tree work exams that I'm already doing some researches for. And another one is called Arbster Academy, which is an educational company that I'm starting. So it's going to be super cool to do that next year. I'm going to share a little bit more later in this video kind of what my goals are. On Monday, actually, today's Saturday, we're going to be going on a little trip out to the archipelago of Stockholm, Sweden. We're going to look at one of the locations where we're going to have these courses. I'm going to explain a little bit more when we get there, but now it's in Swedish, so you won't really understand. But this is kind of what it's looking like so far. It's an e-com. You can book these courses. This is chainsaw courses. For example, we have advanced rigging. Second one is Tree Nerd Academy. I've worked on this one for a while, but we're kind of getting to the end of this, and we're building a platform that people can use to study for one of these exams called ISA Certified Arborist. So this is what the platform is looking like right now. It's kind of like when you get stuck in this flow state, you're like, poof, you just you get to it, which is fun because you don't really think about the time passing. I also got my cat over here is always sitting in that corner. Now I've probably spent 3 or so hours just making some text lessons for this platform and writing that and making the UI a little bit nicer. It's currently 1:28 on a Saturday afternoon, and we're gonna head to the gym. We're gonna go get a haircut because The boy's looking scruffy. I was trying to do this mullet thing, but it's not really working out. So we're gonna go get a haircut, we're gonna go to the gym, we're gonna go grocery shopping.
Bentley, I'll try to pull up on you. Do you got a full cup?
You know you're in Sweden when it's 2:15 in the afternoon and it's already starting to get dark. I'm actually on my way out to a relatively remote location. I was hoping to film, but I'm not sure if you can tell, it's quite rainy outside and my camera gear isn't really super water resistant. What I'm looking for is I'm going to survey a location where we might be doing some educational courses next year. So courses in chainsaw management, courses in tree climbing, courses in fall protection, kind of stuff that will drive sales to Arboristbutiken and some of those other businesses, but also that can generate, Jesus, that car didn't even pull over, it's a thin road. That can also stuff that can generate sales for all these other businesses. So if I have a chainsaw academy, for example, and we also sell chainsaw protective gear, I can do a bundle deal where if someone signs up for the chainsaw academy, they also get a special price for chainsaw protective gear at Arboristbutiken, for example, and same for the other courses, etc, etc. So I'm right now on my way out, as you can see. It's very remote. But I'm on my way out to a location where they kind of have a hotel, they have some nice forest where we can do a bunch of the work apparently. So I'm just going out there to survey it and check what it's at. And then at 3 o'clock, which is in 45 minutes, we have another meeting about YouTube partnership monetization. My old company wants to pick my brain, I guess, on some of their strategies. They do that from time to time. But now we're gonna pull up to this location here. Maybe I film, maybe I don't. We'll see what the rain allows.
Bentley, I'll try to pull up on you. Do you got a full cup on you? Got history between me.
I've just been going through some emails, but I'm feeling super sluggish right now. It's one of those things that kind of happens in Sweden during the winter months. As you saw before in the car, it was like 1:30 and the sun was already starting to set. Just northern hemisphere. If you live here during the winter months, you'll get like zero sunshine. It's a fact that all of last week, Stockholm had 24 minutes of sunshine. Just imagine that. You wake up, it's dark. You go into the office, go out, it's dark. You feel like you live in a closet. You don't see the sun. When there is sun, it's just overcast. There's no sun. But so we're gonna take a little bit of a chill the rest of the day here. I've gone through and I've done all of the emails. So as you can see, this is what we call inbox zero. If you're not practicing inbox zero, the system is that anything that's not in your inbox is not in your mind, and anything that you handle, someone asks a question, someone needs help with something, every time that you handle it, you archive it. Because once they answer again after you've archived it, it will appear in your inbox. But once it's not in your inbox, you don't need to think about it. Maybe tomorrow we'll go through a full day of like productivity, kind of what I do in a whole day. And I'll kind of show you the systems that I use and kind of the things that I work on throughout the day. So let's cut it for tonight and I'll see you in the morning.
This right here ain't for everybody. I heard y'all was talking, I don't care about it. I could give a fuck about what the fair amount is. Damn right.
Alright, so it's the last clip from whatever you watched last, and looks, if you look at the time, it looks like there's been no transition at all because it's just so incredibly dark outside. So it's actually morning what you saw in the transition, and yesterday I finished off the clip in the evening. Now, we are going to check the numbers. So I always start in the morning by check how my apps are doing, I check how my e-commerce stores are doing, I check how the social media for the various brands are doing. Just a quick, I have like a routine, it probably takes 3 to 5 minutes just to check how everything's going. After that, we're going to do some deep work, and I kind of like to structure my day in chunks. So between 6 and 9 in the morning every day, I have maker mode, which is like deep work. So when you're doing deep work, the world is turned off, you don't hear anything else from no one else. And I use this Pomodoro timer. You set a timer and then you work for 60 minutes, maybe sometimes it's 50, and then you take a little break where you don't do any work, and then you work another 50 minutes. And I try to get 2 or 3 of those hours in the morning, and then after that I proceed with the day. And the day then after, I like to chunk up into various chunks. My life is structured in that I can focus significantly in the morning, but then since this is a store, there's people coming in, there are orders coming in, there are customers coming in, people are calling, etc. I cannot chunk it up. So I'll chunk it up that I have 3 hours of packing orders and unpacking deliveries. After that I have emails, after that I have maybe social media focus, or after that I have maybe focus on another project, etc, etc. And in this deep work I try to do my own stuff or Arboristbutiken stuff, which is the store that I'm in, if it is urgent. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna chuck this timer on for 60 minutes, and we're gonna work, and we're gonna do that in 2 slots until it's about 9-10 or something like that.
Talk a lot, don't know enough. Spend my adolescence wondering when the girls are showing up. showing up.
Okay, so one of the deep work sessions for today done. That was a little less than 2 hours. I did some improvements to our platform that we're building. It's called Tree Nerd Academy. It's going to be an online educational platform for learning about a specific arborist exam. I'm going to deploy all this later tonight, so I don't really have much to show. Now what we're going to do, it's around 9:20 in the morning. We're going to pack all of the orders. So let's print those out and then we're going to head out into the store and pack those.
I know that we got it, I might even guarantee it. When she tied me up, it turned me right into a paraplegic pair of shoes. I got the MB on them, make you stare and see them. We ain't paying for them, now you ought to know I'm wearing free ones. When you go to me, I gotta know, is there a reason it was so abrupt? I kinda had to think that there would be one. Conversations out of state, they asking where are we from, I don't care about you. I got me a chick that's Caribbean. She want me to serenade her, but you know I'm bashful. I got all the whippersnappers and the little rascals.
Alright, so after some more office work, I've done some emails now. I have taken all the in deliveries, etc. So today was probably 4 or 5 or so hours in the store because there were quite a lot of orders, quite a lot of stuff that came in, and quite a lot of customers in the store. And I'm choosing to record this on a day where I'm alone in the store. So days that I'm alone in the store, I will obviously be spending more time out in the store, which is kind of what I'm getting to reducing in 2026 with this new hire and also some reorganizations of the roles that we're having here in the store. And then I did 3 hours of admin, which was various stuff. I did some updates to our ERP system. We have some products that are old that need to be removed, for example. We have some ones that are that we've sold out of and they're not going to be restocked, so I have to remove those. I also updated some prices. And after that I did some work on this reorganization that we're doing for January of next year, which was good. And that all in all took around 3 hours. So now it's 5 o'clock. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a protein shake, and after that we're gonna get to do around an hour and a half of deep work. Then we're gonna eat dinner, and then we're gonna head to the gym probably.
Revenge, all summer 16, all summer 16, playing dirty, not clean.
Alright, 70 or so minutes later, I've just done the next deep work session. Today I was working on a platform again, and I was making it mobile friendly. Maybe I'll show you in the next video kind of the details of this platform, how it's built. I'm using Angular and TypeScript. Next up, we're having some dinner and we're watching some YouTube. As of now, we've been in the office for 12 hours, and this is probably like a typical time. I'd probably go home around this time and eat dinner at home, but yeah, two or 3 days I will have dinner in the office. But now we're gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna show you a little bit more technical side of what I'm actually working on.
Tell you the first time, you don't have to try and say it loud.
Okay, so it is about 8 o'clock and it's time to head home. What I've been working on now is an SMTP server, which is essentially, you know when you sometimes sign into a website and it says essentially a magic link. That magic link isn't really that magic, but what it is, it's an authentication link that you can click one time to sign in with that email address that that link was sent to. And to do that, you need to have something to send that email from, and that is what an SMTP server does. So I've set that up using Resend, and those are the domains that I'm using. So now when you go to Tree Nerd Academy, like so, you can sign in using the link and you will be sent a nice email with your magic link sign in. It's 8 o'clock, we're about to leave the office and head home and go to the gym. Then I'm gonna go pick up my girlfriend from one of her, I don't think it's a work event of some kind. And then after that we are going to just finish off the day with some plans for tomorrow, maybe to read some couple emails, and yeah, that's gonna be it for today.
Yeah. Views. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Old ways, new women, gotta keep a.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? We're back home. We're gonna give these animals some food because they've been hungry. They haven't been alone all day because my girlfriend's been home for some time too. We're gonna give these animals food and we're gonna head to the gym.
The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge. I've been counted out so many times I couldn't count it. Funny how now my accountant is having trouble trying to count it. To the people that think that I owe you shit, payback's a bitch and you know that shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's
cat TV playing here for the cat. It's around 10:42. I've been to the gym. I've done the final emails for the evening. I have picked up my girlfriend from the thing she was at, and we're about to call it a night. I'm gonna take a shower, probably be in bed by around 11 o'clock, and tomorrow we're gonna do it all again. So that was a little bit of an overview of kind of the day, and then just in this whole vlog in general. That's what you're meant to do with a vlog, I suppose. If you do 3 to 4 hours of deep work per day, just by doing that, you're ahead of 99% of people. Put on a timer. Put your phone on focus mode, don't take any notifications. Do it preferably early in the day when your mind's still fresh, but you can also squeeze it in towards the later parts of the day as well. Do that and you'll get ahead, you'll get so far ahead in 2, 3, 6 months. It doesn't even require that much, but you can get so much more done if you're doing that than compared to if you're, you're doing something, you're checking your phone, you're checking your emails, and someone comes in and someone calls you, blah blah blah. Definitely do give it a try. I'll give it a more thorough overview in another video, but that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.
Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something. They just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country.
Nice with my Make America Great Again Halloween costume hat here for decoration, by the way. People seeing this just in the background.